the next round, man. With that being said, I hope the connection is alright. It keeps telling me that I lost connection, but if it's alright, let me know in the comments below. If it ain't, well, let me know in the comments below. So with that being said, man, you already know what it is. You see the name of the title is live, man. This episode, it's all types of bull crap going on, man. It's goofy, man, because it always be the people who have no clue as to what it is they're talking about that try to give the most advice on. And it's like, bro, why don't you just do us a favor? Be quiet and sit down in the corner over there. You know? Makes no sense for somebody who has no experience in something to come over here and try to tell me what what it is, what it's supposed to be, what it ain't, what it's not supposed to be, when you have no experience in what it is, when all of your experience is all failed experience. It don't make no sense at all, and it's goofy. And you can't make the stuff up. People, this day, in today's day and age, man, people always want to feel like they know what they're talking about. People always want to feel like that they know something. They want to feel important by thinking and feeling like they know something. And that's why a lot of people, when they don't even know what it is that they're speaking on, they try to give advice. They try to say, "Oh, we need to do this, we need to do that." They try to come up with a solution about something that they don't even know nothing about. And it's goofy because it's like, bro, you don't know it. You don't even know what we're talking about. You don't know what the issue is. You don't know, and how can you come up with a solution to an issue that you don't even know nothing about? How can you sit here and say that my marriage is supposed to be just a bunch of papers? Maybe that's what yours was. But then again, if that's all it was, you never had no marriage to begin with. All you had was business deals. You ain't had no type of marriage. If all your marriage is just a bunch of paperwork, signing papers and stuff, and that's all you look at marriage to be, then you're not looking at marriage. You're looking at business deals. Uh, that ain't love. That ain't marriage. That ain't what marriage is supposed to be. Marriage is supposed to be between two people. It's supposed to be uh no, man. Two people, they're supposed to come together as one like this. Uh, and I'm gonna get you up on out of here, man, because I don't know what you're talking about. So with that being said, get up on out of here, bye. But no, man, is marriage is supposed to be uh, a ceremony. It's supposed to be something sacred between two people. It ain't supposed to just be you signing paperwork and then you divorce 2 years later down the road when you've already got a kid or two, so you can get half of your husband's money. What's good, Marky? Appreciate you for tapping in. It don't supposed to be. He said you kind of look like, and you kind of look like the mute button right there. But no, man, it's people sit around and they use marriage as a monetary benefit when that was never what it was intended to be. People use marriage to gain money, gain leverage on somebody. Some people use marriage so they don't have to live alone because they can't stand being alone, because they can't stand hearing their own thoughts in their head out loud, because they can't really stand who they really are. Marriage has been dragged through the mud so much these past, I don't know, 5-10 years, and it's only gonna get worse. That's the thing, is that everything that God has created to be good is going to get dragged through the mud by Lucifer, who is trying to oppose him. Everything that God has made good. See, this is the thing. God made intercourse. He created it. He made it to be something good between a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, within marriage, marital bounds. He made it to be good. But what's happened is people have got it in their head, because they be having them little whispers from them little demons saying, "Hey man, go do this, go do that, man. Get your little kitty cat, man. Get you some of this, get you some of that." Next thing you know, intercourse, which was created good to be good, that God made, has now been dragged through the mud because people want to listen to the little thoughts in the back of their heads telling them to go do this, go do that, go crash out. Uh, that ain't what it is. A lot of people confuse those thoughts that they be hearing in their head, them little voices that they get from the demons. They confuse those thoughts and those voices with God's voice because they ain't never heard God's voice before. So they think, oh man, that must be God talking. So I gotta go do what He doing. He telling me to do. I remember hearing reports of people talking about how, they you ever had a mute button as a snack, bro? Yeah, no. No, I remember hearing one time there was people who would delete their own children by way of a blade. And in court they would say, oh, I did it because God told me to. Jesus Christ told me to delete my own child. And that wasn't God, homie. That was the demons that you were listening to, that you confused the demon's voice and the demon's thoughts with God's voice and the thoughts that God don't want you to destroy your own seed, your own offspring. That's why so many nations got judged so much in the past, because they were making sacrifices to these foreign gods by way of offering their own children on an altar, which is just absolutely disgusting. I don't see how anybody could ever do that. While they were alive too, it wasn't like they would delete it first and then, no, it would place it on the altar alive and listen to the child burning and screaming. Disgusting, man. I never understood how people could indulge in such disgusting ritualistic activities. It's always blown my mind, and it even goes on to this day. It even goes on to this day with, the Parenthood place. I ain't gonna say the whole name because I don't know how this platform gonna feel. What's good, Lampshade? Uh, but it goes on today with this whole Parenthood place. You know what they call it whenever somebody wants to go to delete their child. Um, that's what happens today. That's the modern day worship of those foreign gods by way of sacrificing their children to them. It's absolutely disgusting and it's absolutely abominable. And the fact that people sit around and try to, oh man, well, it's female rights, it's women's rights, man, it's my body, my choice. Yeah, but that baby's body ain't your body, though. Oh, well, it's in my body, but your body does not possess the soul of that baby. Your body don't possess the soul of that baby. That baby's body holds the soul of that baby. But you want to sit around and say, oh man, I'm going to delete this baby because I don't want to know more. You don't got that right to make that decision to delete a baby. See, what's going on is you out here trying to make all these adulterated decisions. You want to have all the pleasure that comes with, that's supposed to be within marital bounds, but you don't want to have no consequences to it. You want to do all that outside of the marital bounds with no consequences. And whenever you do finally receive a consequence for it, you're like, oh no, man, I got to get out of here. I got to get away from this. So what you do is you destroy your own seed. I guarantee you, if females today had a number on their forehead of how many deletions that they've had from adulterated activities outside of marital bounds, there'd be a whole lot less dudes that would want to get with them. They would be living alone for the rest of their lives. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. If there was a number on each female's head that's told how many babies they deleted because they wanted to get the consequence of doing actions that are supposed to be done within marital bounds, nobody would want to be with them. It's just like if they had the count, the bedroom count on their foreheads, nobody would want to get with them. Same thing. And it's facts. Nobody in their right mind, I should say, nobody would want to get with somebody who is a deleter. A deleter. We'll just call them deleters. Nobody would want in their right mind willingly want to get with a deleter, especially a baby deleter. I know I sure wouldn't. I sure wouldn't. If I knew somebody that I was messing with ended up deleting like really any baby. Uh, I wouldn't want to be with. I wouldn't want to get with them like that. And it's just like, man, all this stuff is going on. Nobody ever thinks about the baby. Oh well, the baby didn't choose to be here. Uh, how you? Obviously, the baby didn't choose to be here, but you shouldn't have made the decision to bring the baby into the world. That was a choice that you made. You know, they take the saying that our parents used to tell us, you know, when we were messing up, man, I brought you into this world and I'll take you out of this world. They take that saying way too literal. Way too literal. They be taking these babies out the world like left and right. And it's insane. And nobody sees a problem with it. Nobody sees a problem with deleting an innocent life before it has a chance to even bloom. I mean, you never know. That baby could have been the next Elon Musk. That baby could have been the next Mark Zuckerberg. That baby could have been the next big time engineer. Uh, but you never know now because you deleted that baby, which is insane. It's insane, man. And it's a shame too because it's like it, it makes you wonder how people could be so heartless as to delete something that they created with no uh, what's the word I'm looking for? No remorse. There it is. No remorse. They just delete everything with no remorse, and then they just move on with themselves. It don't make no sense. That's like if somebody would come along and, oh man, well I don't like you, so I'm gonna delete you, and they pull out a pew pew and they delete them on the side of the road. They would be going to prison for it. But nothing happens to people who delete children. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Can't make the stuff up. But with that being said, man, we're finna move on to the next topic of the night in this episode. And this we're gonna be talking about chicken. I just read a report. Not really. Well, yeah, it was a report. I guess you could say news article, news report, same difference. Uh, that in California there are two restaurants who have gotten the FDA's okay to serve lab-grown chicken, and they grow it by way of DNA cells and or animal cells. Animal cells or some other type of cell. I can't remember. But you could be eating pig balls. You could be eating cow balls, horse scrotum, uh, hippo balls, all types of stuff. You could be eating any of that stuff in this lab-grown chicken, and you wouldn't even know it. I seen a video one time just recently of this chick. She bought some chicken from Walmart, and she went to go wash it because I guess she said that she uses vinegar to wash her chicken with. And when she was washing her chicken, it started coming all apart, and it just started kind of stringing out like string cheese. And it's like, man, this is the side effect of lab grown chicken is that it's not real. Lab grown chicken ain't real at all. It's fake. It's GMO. It's meant to hold you down. See, a lot of people they eat the wrong foods and they gain so much on their body, and they be sitting around wondering why they gain so much. And a lot of it has to do with the fake foods that y'all be eating. They be storing up so many uh, toxins in your body and things that aren't good for you at all. They clog your body up. I mean, it's like if you were to flush a bunch of rags down the toilet, them rags are gonna get caught up in them pipes and they're gonna clog up the toilet. It's the same thing with your body. You eat so much negative food, so much GMO, so much fake food that you're gonna clog up your body and you ain't gonna be able to function properly. And it's just like, man, it's crazy, man, because it's like we moving more and more towards uh, a hostile takeover by the Matrix, like a 100% hostile takeover. And they've already taken over for the most part, but I mean like full on takeover. And a lot of people, they don't see the problem with it. Oh man, with live grown chicken, man, but guess what? That's gonna save the animal from being deleted and this, that, and third. Yeah, but if it saved the animal from being deleted, it ain't gonna save you from being deleted over time. You're gonna be getting deleted, deteriorated, all types of stuff over time just from eating all that bullcrap. You trying to save the chicken, you'd rather sacrifice yourself than to save the chicken than sacrifice the chicken to save yourself. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Animals, there are certain animals that were placed on this earth specifically for us to eat. For us to eat. Not all animals. Certain animals. Animals that have split hooves and chew the cud, not one or the other. The fish that have fins and scales, not one or the other. Uh, yeah, no. A lot of people, they sit around and they eat all the wrong things. They're eating pork. They're eating shrimp. Some people eat horse. Some people eat alligator and snake. They wonder why their body is so messed up. They wonder why they have so many aches and pains and why they feel like a 90-year-old man while they're in their 40s. It's because you're in 30s. It's because you're eating all the wrong things. You ain't greased up your joints in your body in so long that they're just like an old car fixing to fall apart. You got to maintain the maintenance on your body just like you got to maintain the maintenance in your car. They all operate the same way. If there's no maintenance done to it, it ain't going to operate right. You're going to break down, you're going to crash and burn, and everything else in between, and you're going to be sitting around looking stupid, wondering why you can't get up out of bed without cracking your back from the bottom of your spine all the way up to your neck. You're going to be sitting around wondering why you a hunchback looking in the mirror. Dang, man, I hate myself, man. I can't believe I look like this, man. I don't know why I'm like this, man. I need to go see a chiropractor. And instead of fixing the problem and detoxing all those bad toxins out of your body and starting to eat healthier foods, you're going to go see a chiropractor. You're going to go see a chiropractor to straighten out your back while you continue to eat so much junk food, so much bad food for you. You're going to continue to clog up your body. And your back going to seize up in that straight position whenever the chiropractor fix it. And you're going to be wondering, oh man, why I can't move my back again? I got to go back to the chiropractor, man. I got to get my back readjusted again. But you're still eating all that food that clogs up your body. You ain't greased your joints yet, your ball joints. You ain't putting no oil back in it. You ain't putting no transmission fluid in it. You ain't putting none of that stuff in it. Nothing. So a lot of people, man, they wonder why they are the way they are. It's because of what they consume. Because of what they eat. They eat all that fake food, and it gets them tired, comfortable, sleepy. Man, I want to eat something. I'm going to get some pizza, and I'm going to play some Call of Duty. Man, I'm going to get some pizza. I'm going to go watch some Netflix or YouTube or whatever the case may be. Man, I'm going to get some fast food. And I'm going to go home, and I'm going to get on the game. I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to get on Netflix, and I ain't going to do nothing. That's what happens. They use all that old fast food to keep you comfortable, to keep you asleep, to block out everything that your body needs to function properly, so that you are more easier to take over than you would be if you were at your full what you want to call it, your full operable ability. You are way more easier to take over when you're uncomfortable, asleep, uh, not paying attention, than if you were fully operable. And that's exactly what they want. They working hard at it too to make it happen. And we all just keep falling into it more and more and more and more and more. We all just keep falling into it. And it's a shame. We don't see the truth in what's going on, or we see it and we don't care. And that's what's wrong with a lot of people. You can know something and still not care about it. You can know something and still do the complete opposite about it. Crazy, man. That's how a lot of people are these days. They know about something. They know something's pagan, something they're not supposed to be celebrating. They know food unkosher and bad for you that you're not supposed to be eating, but you eat it anyways. You know that certain drinks from like clubs and bars and stuff is bad for you, but you still drink it anyways because it makes you quote unquote feel better afterwards. You can't make stuff up, man. People know and they don't care. They don't care one bit at all. And they sit around and wonder why their life is spiraling out of control. Oh man, my life sucks, man. My girl left me, man. My mom's kicked me out finally after 29 years of living in her basement. Uh, I don't got nowhere to go because I spend all my money on substances and drinks and all types of stuff, man. My life sucks. Well, shoot, man. Maybe if you wasn't a bum living in mom's basement, your life wouldn't suck so much. Maybe if you had actually did what you were supposed to do and got out of there when you were supposed to and get a job like you were supposed to, stack up your money like you were supposed to, and work towards doing what you want to do in life like you're supposed to, instead of sitting around wasting all your 20s and 30s getting on substances and drinking drinks and just peeing away your whole life. Your 20s is whenever you should really be grinding towards what it is that you want to do. The 30s is when you should start to be setting in to what it is that you've been wanting to do. In your 40s, you should already been doing what you're supposed to do a long time ago. Having everything up and running, having all that money, having all that fame if that's what you want, whether it's artistry, acting, modeling, whatever. When I say modeling, I mean like for magazines and stuff, not that OF model stuff, not the corn models. No, them ain't models, man. Uh, them are just hit and runs. That's all they ever good for is just hit and runs. You hit it and you run, just like when people get in a car crash and they run away. They are part of a hit and run. That's what them people is. They hold little to no value at all. That's just how it is. But yeah, man, we're finna move on to the next and the last topic of the night. Uh, man, I've been rambling so long, I done forgot what it was, man. Let me see here. Houston volunteer, there it is. Now I remember. A Houston volunteer who was arrested and charged for feeding the homeless has been found not guilty. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because this is the stuff that's going on nowadays, and this is how bad that is getting. It's getting to the point to where, uh, yeah, car episode. You already know what it is, man. I'm gonna be doing these a whole lot more. It's a lot more. It's more vibey in here, I guess you could say. And yeah, I like being able to chill in my car. Could have a little AC running without it being so loud like it is inside. But no, man. What's going on now in Houston is can't believe Jay got to say, got Nate to say the word that starts with the N and the other one with the F. Hey, no. Yeah, I was still listening to it. I don't know what happened when I had clicked on the link earlier, but I don't know. I was listening to it. I'm just getting into it, man. All I can say is I can't wait for this fight. I can't wait for this fight. But he had him heated. Uh, he uh, he had him heated at that stare down, that face to face. When he walked off, and he said, "He's a B." Jake still turned around and said, "He's a B. He's a baby. He's a baby." Yeah, that was funny. You said, "Yeah, man." And he flexed his arms and stuff. That was funny. But no, man, I bring this up because what's going on is now people are getting arrested and being charged for feeding the homeless, for helping out the needy who need help. People are now getting arrested for doing what God told us to do. Jesus said to love your neighbor as yourself, give without expecting anything in return. And you can't even do that now without getting charged. You can't even do that now without being accused of committing a crime. Now, he got found not guilty, obviously. And now he's going to go sue the city, which is good. He needs to. He needs to get a huge bag off of that. Uh, but now, man, it's like I said, I told y'all before, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse, man. It's going to get to the point to where the law enforcement ain't going to do what they're supposed to do for you. And what they're going to do is they're going to do what they're not supposed to do for all the criminals and the people out here doing this bull crap. They gonna arrest you for defending yourself if somebody tries to mug you because you didn't take no mark of the beast, you didn't take no uh, dab in your arm, dab in your arm. You didn't take that, you didn't take the mark of the beast, you didn't comply with society's quote unquote rules, the one world order and all that stuff. So now they're gonna bully you. You an outcast, you an outlier, you don't belong nowhere, you can't buy nothing, you can't sell nothing, you can't trade nothing, you can't do none of that stuff because you're an outcast. And they want to shame you for not choosing an eternal fiery destination. They want to shame you for choosing to go the way that you're supposed to go. See, that's what's going to happen when that mark comes out. They're going to shame a lot of people into getting it. That's how a lot of people are going to get it, and they're going to accept their eternal destination of being cast into the lake of fire. They're going to be shamed into getting. Oh man, well you didn't get the marks. You ain't this, man. You ain't that. You're not a real person, man. You stand against society, man. You don't belong here, man. You an outcast. You a nobody to me. You can't buy nothing. We ain't selling nothing to you. None of that stuff. They're gonna shame a whole lot of people into getting it. And if there's one thing that people don't like, is being shamed. Uh, People hate being shamed, so they're gonna do what they quote unquote have to do to make sure they don't get shamed anymore in the public eye. But what they won't understand is that them not being shamed in the public eye means that they're gonna be shamed in God's eyes. And He gonna say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." He gonna say, "Depart from me, you worker of iniquity. Into the lake of fire you will go. You will be bound and tied and thrown in." Uh, yeah. And it's crazy, man, how people would much rather choose a comfortable life over an uncomfortable truth and hard journey. People would much rather choose to take the mark of the beast than endure the trouble that comes with not doing it, and endure the torment that comes with not taking it, the chastisement from the public eye for not taking it. Uh, they would rather take the easy way out. Much rather take their easy way out. What's good, Layla? My day's alright. It was very long, but it's over now, and I ain't tripping no more. Yeah, man. How was y'all day? They're gonna shame a whole lot of people, though, man. People hate being shamed, especially in front of other people, man. Because a lot of people out there, they try to sit around and they want to look cool in front of people. They want to try and flex on other people. Yeah, man, I got this. Yeah, man, I got that. I know what it's like, man, when you having new stuff that you have, and you want to flex on other people because you're feeling yourself now. You can't do that if you're shamed. If people shame you, so they're gonna get a whole lot of people to take it. They're gonna fall right into the trap. They're not even gonna realize it until it's too late. All who take the mark of the beast shall drink from the cup of the wrath of the fury of the wrath of God. All who take the mark of the beast shall drink from the cup of the wrath of God. It's 100% facts. A lot of y'all be sitting around. See, this is another thing I don't understand. is I've heard that the Masons and them believe that Lucifer sacrificed his own eternal life so that we might have a freedom of will, a free will, a choice of free will. By doing what he did, he sacrificed his uh, eternal life to give us a chance of having free will. So because of that, they call him the light bearer, the source of light, the true light. And I never understood that because it's like, if that were the case, I would think most, if not all, angels would be crashing out. If they truly wanted to have that choice of freedom, they would really be crashing out. Now, obviously, he took 1/3 of the angels with him. He took 1/3 of them, which is a lot because we don't even know how many angels there are. That's a lot. Uh, but I would think there would be a much bigger revolution in heaven than there was if he sacrificed himself for us and everybody else to have a chance of free will. Which wouldn't make no sense either because the the other choice of free will that you take just leads to eternal destination away from God, eternal suffering. And so that wouldn't make no sense. The thought process of certain people just make absolutely no sense at all whatsoever. The things that people choose to do, some of the things that people choose to believe, like aliens being real, like that's just crazy to me. How people still believe that aliens are real. Um, there's a when for a long while the government is saying, "No, man, aliens ain't real, man. We don't believe they're real." Next thing you know, boom, out of nowhere, they're real. First, uh, AI starts coming out. Then the Dabby Dab in 2020 comes out with the whole sickness and disease stuff. Now aliens are real. Makes you wonder what's going to happen next. What bullcrap lies are they going to pull out their back ends next? You can't believe nothing they say. It's the Matrix. I mean, I heard people say, "Oh man, well the government confirmed it. That means it's real." And I just sit back and I facepalm myself because they fall all the way into that trap. They fall all the way into it. They rely on the government for their source of true news. And it's like, man, this is the downfall of humanity right here, and that's a fact. This generation believe anything they hear or see, and they don't even do their own type of research. Like, bro, they haven't showed us no bodies. They haven't even showed us no UFOs. They haven't shown us no type of transmissions that the UFOs have tried to send out. They haven't showed us no type of equipment that might have been on the UFO. They haven't showed us nothing about nothing when it comes to these aliens and these UFOs. And the reason why they ain't showed us nothing is because they know they're lying. They know they're lying. They know aliens ain't real. They know aliens ain't real. The only aliens that are real are the ones coming over that border, over that wall, climbing it, jumping it, squeezing through it, swimming under it, swimming across it, everything else in between. Them the only aliens. Them other aliens, them Hollywood aliens, ones that come from outer space, they're not real. Uh, Aliens couldn't come to this planet anyways, even if they were real. We on a we got a dome over us. There's a firmament above the sky that separates the waters from the heavens and the waters of the earth. Not even a NASA rocket or a SpaceX rocket or nothing of that stuff. None of them have been able to get out of into outer space. moon landing was wasn't real. None of that stuff is real. And the satellites they be showing you that they be sitting in, the space satellites up there, y'all ever seen the videos where they floating around the satellites? Them ain't real neither. That's fake. Uh, all NASA's fake pictures and videos on social media, that's all on their website, I mean, that's all fake. Not real. It's all CGI. Staged to make you think that that's what the planet looks like, because that's the only other glimpse that you've ever had outside of it. And the only reason why that's the only glimpse is because you can't even get outside of the planet to look at it in the first place. So they're thinking to themselves, oh man, well, if we're stuck here, we might as well deceive these people into thinking that they on a planet that they're really not on. The planet is not a ball, not a sphere. It's flatlands. It's like the flat world on Minecraft. It's flat. They wouldn't believe the childish lies. It's a fact. Half our history is fake. You never know what to believe. Uh, I would say more than half, if not almost all of this country's history was all founded and based on a lie. Masonry. It was all founded and based on a lie. They've been choosing what you learned for a long time since this country was made. They just did it in a way back then that was real subtle that you wouldn't even know. But now, people know and they still don't care. It's a shame. It is truly a shame, man. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up on out of here, man. I got a couple of other things I got to take care of. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. We're going to be going live with our podcast, the Maki and Kayne YouTube channel later on at 12 o'clock. So make sure y'all go tap in over there, Maki and Kayne on YouTube. Go tap the subscribe button as well. And your boy Maki is going to be going live later on too tonight. So make sure y'all go tap into that as well. Now I'm going to get up on out of here, man. I'll see y'all later. Stay safe. Y'all stay safe too.